today's second session. That is, the topic is changing the face of calligraphy in India. It's a very sensitive, beautiful topic. Uh, all the speakers are here. Animish from Kannada, Shahid Ahmed, Arabic, Abdur Rahman, Urdu, Salwa Rasul, modern calligraphy, Azhar Hindi and Urdu, Nikhil Afde, Hindi and Devanagari, and Suresh Bagmode, Kannada. So I think this is a good idea that we don't know what is the face of calligraphy in India. Everybody is doing a lot of work, but concrete कुछ होना चाहिए ऐसे मुझे लग रहा है, and this is the right opportunity. आप सब बात करेंगे एक दूसरे से, अपने अपने विचार प्रकट करेंगे, तो एक कम से कम पता चलेगा, जो लोग हैं उनको भी पता चलेगा. So who is the first person? Shazir? Yeah, you can start, please.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, which translates to peace and blessings. So my name is Shazir, and I don't consider myself an expert, but I'm just a student of Arabic calligraphy. And I don't know what Ustad Mukhtar saw in me that he put me in this panel. And I'm not very good at public speaking. So I like to pen down my thoughts so I don't forget what I want to express. I'm going to read out an Arabic phrase, which we Arabic calligraphers, we are really inspired by, which says, أكرموا أولادكم بالكتابة فإن الكتابة من أهم الأمور وأعظم السرور وقال عليكم بحسن الخط فإنه من مفاتيح الرزق. I think this was said 100 years ago, but I still see it happening today, in this time, in this era, which means that teach your children calligraphy. And this is the epitome of surur, epitome of satisfaction. And also it is a means of risk, a means of your livelihood. So it is still prevalent, and I think it is still, flourishing today. India is treasured and dotted with talented artists and calligraphers displaying it in varied styles and languages. And we're privileged to have some of these titans amongst us right here. But when it comes to classic Arabic calligraphy of international standards, let me just define the word classic. Here is basically classic meaning work of art of recognized and established worth, judged over a period of time to be of the highest value of its kind. We only need fingertips to count them, particularly in the sulus and the naskh script styles, that is in the Arabic calligraphy. Narrow down further to classic naskh, which is mainly used to copy the Quran, we have even fewer calligraphers. Ironically, the main reason why this art developed is because of the need to preserve the divine text called the Quran. Calligraphy played a vital role in passing down the Quran, the Hadith. The Hadith is basically the sayings of the Prophet and other literatures to us from centuries away. In India, this art diminished with globalization, and computers replaced hard work, handwork, fearing that India might lose the art forever, an art which dates back hundreds of years and is deeply intertwined with the country's history, which was at its zenith during the Mughal Empire. A calligrapher took up the mission of preserving it. He trained under teachers in Hyderabad, went further and trained under great masters like Hassan Chelebi and Daoud Bektash of Turkey, Master Muhammad Zakaria, an American calligrapher following the Ottoman tradition of classic Arabic calligraphy known for his Eid stamp, is also amongst his teachers, with whom he learned for 4 years. This man on a mission was the first Indian to obtain an ijaza, which is a master's degree from Istanbul-based Research Center for Islamic History, Art and Culture, IRSICA, one of the most sought-after centers to acquire calligraphy skills. His art adorns mosques, living rooms, and private jets. He's created exquisite pieces of art for clients across the world and worked in collaboration with Syrian-American master calligrapher and founder of Saqqal Design, and may soon have an Arabic typeface based on his calligraphy. In 2009, He set up the Institute of Indo-Islamic Art and Culture in Bangalore, and with the financial and moral support of Sayyid Muhammad Beri Sahab, a renowned businessman and real estate developer based in Bangalore, producing students ranging from well-established modern artists like our very own Ustada Salwa Rasool, mashallah, and to government officials and online students all over the world, making learning this art more accessible. Our dear brother Abdul Rahman is also one such example, mashallah. He's a talented Delhi-based professional calligrapher, and he's taught many more students all over the world. On the same path of revival is another eminent calligrapher of Nastaliq script, Ustad Ahrar Alam, a student of Ustad Rasool Muradi from Iran. Ustad Ahrar Alam has been practicing and propagating Nastaliq since the past 20 to 30 years in its true classical form, which I've defined, the word classic. Even though most of us here know these stories, they are the best examples of the changing face of classic Arabic calligraphy in India. I could share with all of you. This international event also displays proof that the sleeping beauty called classic Arabic calligraphy has awakened by the touch of a prince. We hope and pray as followers and students of these great masters, we are able to carry this legacy forward despite the many social and political challenges faced by us Indians, and to propagate this art beyond its classical form and a certain community labeled with Arabic as their language as a medium of self-expression, like any other art, and serve to spread tolerance, peace, love, and understanding. This is an art whose wonders are never ending. La tanqadi ajaibuhu also means the same thing that I said here in the sentence, that this is an art whose wonders are never ending. Jazakallahu khairan. And thank you to our Ustad Mukhtar Sahab and Sayyid Muhammad Beri Sahab and everyone involved for bringing home the world of calligraphy for it to see the new Abdul Haq Shirazis, Mir Imads, Sheikh Hamdullah Shawqis, and Hassan Sharifis. Ufshu salama bainakum, which means spread peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Definitely. Salwa is going to speak. Salwa is a modern calligrapher. I know last so many years.
You're
And-
the master and we follow you, Ajit.
No,
The senior
no, but
person here.
sometimes good work is there. You must be appreciate that, and definitely we have appreciate because I know the texture quality of the salwas. What is modern calligraphy? What is modern composition? So you can see the salwa. So we are giving when we conduct the workshop, definitely without salwa that is not a possible. बिकॉज उर्दू आती नहीं लेकिन दिखने में बहुत अच्छा दिख रहा है, वो सलवा नाम के कोई आर्टिस्ट है, ऐसे लोग बोलते हैं.
Thank you.
या
I'm honored.
या
Coming from-
एंड इट्स ट्रू, इट्स ट्रू, इट्स ट्रू.
You know what I remember from my school days? I think we all can, think in the same way, is because when we were in school, I think, calligraphy was a subject. It was considered like, it was a training given to us when we were children. And then in the end of the year, one child was selected as this person for penmanship, like the best writing. Those were the days which were so beautiful. I don't know whether they do that anymore in school.
I see calligraphy has gone to another level itself. Calligraphy has come into such beautiful art forms. And be it any language, like I know so many of these calligraphers who are using softwares. And they are just feeding in probably a certain verse, they feed it into the software, and it creates a beautiful design. That is art. So we have seen the changes in the stages of calligraphy right from the time, I would say, like around 35, 40 years back, like now. And I think it's an amazing, it's an amazing change. A person who is a skilled calligrapher, we can understand the power in the strokes, the rules they are using, and the discipline of the way they are doing the calligraphy. So it is very important to understand calligraphy in the right way. But now I'm seeing the change in calligraphy which has come into, people are bringing it into technology, into a modern form. So it's a different art that has its own standard. Achyut, I would say, again, we cannot we cannot say that art is subjective, is because now we see art in installations, which we never saw in so many years back before. Now, when you go international and you see, like, I mean, the visual arts, the art in installation, it's amazing. Probably some people cannot understand what that art is. That's a different thing. But because with the younger generation, their way of thinking is far different from what our generation was. And I think this change is great. Like, I mean, you can have any kind of change, as long as it is appreciated, as long as it is, like, again, I would say, like, because art should not have any boundaries at all, right? Like,
Yeah, myself, Suresh Wagmore. I have based in Bangalore, and I have been practicing calligraphy from my college days because we had a subject called lettering and calligraphy in our first year and second year foundation. Since I studied Bachelor of Fine Arts, so in that I have taken applied art. So we had a subject called lettering as well as layout of lettering as well. So hope you're aware of that. So the thing is, so later my master, actually his name is Sugur. So he taught us how to do the letterings actually. Basically what we used to do is we used to take rotring pens and horizontal lines and vertical lines and then fill with Indian ink actually. So that's the process to create the letterings actually. When it comes to calligraphy, actually what he taught us, we didn't have any accessibility to tools, okay? For example, nowadays you get different kind of tools like to write copper plate, you'll get oblique calligraphy tools and you have broad edge tools and there are so many tools, okay? Ruling pens and scroll pens, everything. But in those days, tools were not at all accessible and we were in remote area actually. I studied in Davanagere, which is 260 kilometers from here. So in those days, actually, what he taught us is cut the bamboo and then wipe it on a ground and make it a little sharp and then dip it in Indian ink and write. Okay, so nowadays I don't see any calligrapher using Indian ink because the Indian ink is not free flowing ink. So we need special ink for calligraphy. So that is the basic mistake what we did, and we didn't have other ink apart from Indian ink and our fountain pen ink. So after our college days, when I came to Bangalore, when I started my career in Bangalore, so now I work as a creative director in one of the reputed pharma company. So the thing is, later I come to know that there are so many tools available, but still it is expensive for Indian calligraphers. Yes, sir. So far what I have observed is Delhi has a tremendous group of calligraphers, and Mumbai has its own ocean actually, because that is sticked only Mumbai and Delhi so far. So what I have seen is since even I have followed you from long time, sir, almost from 20 years I'm following you. The thing is, I mean, I was totally inspired by you, and then only started calligraphy. So I would say like that because earlier we never had a book of calligraphy in India which is published. Okay, so the first book which I bought from you only. So nowadays what I see here is in South it is very much I mean narrowed. Okay, I mean I don't say it's broader because so far the calligraphy what I see, or the kind of lettering what I see on the film posters or on a book cover. So books are also reducing now because people are not printing books as of now. I mean, since the digital era, and I don't think any writer is publishing their own books as of now. I mean, it is reduced literally. And what I can see is film posters. Film poster has its own way of writing. It's not at all calligraphy. It's kind of a typography, customized typography, I would say, because nowhere you can see those fonts in the computer or it is generated. So it is all customized. So as of now, what I would say is the younger generation should stand up and come up with different art ideas and different art forms for calligraphy and join hands together, because right now Kannada calligraphers are very few in Karnataka, okay? And in regional languages, if I count, very few of them are practicing Kannada, Hindi, Malayalam, as well as Tamil, Telugu. So it's like that actually. So what I like to say is everyone is going behind Gothic and copper plate calligraphy. So why we are following Western? Why can't we do our own Indian scripts? So that is what is my observation as of now. And I think so. We already started working on this, but the other thing what I wanted to mention, sir, is academics. For example, if you take academics, why can't they start a calligraphy in our syllabus for children? Because that is what is very important, and the children can be concentrately work on calligraphy, and they can build their memory as well, because we all consider calligraphy is a yoga, okay? Because without, the sitting position and the mind also, you have to be very calm while you're writing. I have seen many of the calligraphers, and as well as Arabic calligraphers. I was proud to you because the kind of patience what you have while writing, it was tremendous actually. So I don't think even we have that patience to sit and write that way. Also, sir, the other thing, for example, we have Lalita Kala academies. Delhi Lalita Kala Academy is there, Karnataka Lalita Kala. Each region has its own academies. So the academy people are not considering calligraphy is an art, okay? Because they also should consider this as art, because this is beyond art actually. So art can be an abstract also, but in calligraphy it is beyond art. It requires a lot of patience, lot of energy, as well as a lot of practice is required to bring calligraphy on a board actually. So I would like to approach these Lalita Kala academies to come forward and join the hands with calligraphers and allow them to do exhibitions and promote the calligraphers. That is what I would like to say. And the kind of job what Mirage 23 has done is tremendous. I would like to congratulations and thanks Mr. Mukhtar sir as well as Bairi sir. Thank you very much.
कैलीग्राफी के मुतालिक जो गुफ्तगू जो बात चल रही है उसमें मेरे नाम के आगे लिखा हुआ है उर्दू, तो मैं नहीं समझ पा रहा हूँ कि मुझे उर्दू में बोलना है या उर्दू कैलीग्राफी के कंटेक्स्ट में बात करनी। बहरहाल मैं ये समझता हूँ कि उर्दू से मुराद नस्तालिक फॉन्ट है, नस्तालिक कैलीग्राफी, जो एक पार्ट है अरबिक कैलीग्राफी का। और अरबिक कैलीग्राफी का एक नोमेनक्लेचर है कि वो इस्लामिक कैलीग्राफी भी कह देते हैं उसको या मुस्लिम कैलीग्राफी भी कह देते हैं। तो ये पूरी जो है वो एक बैकग्राउंड है। जब हम चेंज की बात करते हैं तो हमें जानना चाहिए कैलीग्राफी में दो तरह से सीखते हैं, ये मुस्लिम कैलीग्राफी कहिए, इस्लामिक कैलीग्राफी कहिए या नस्ताली। एक है ट्रेडिशनल वे कि हम जो लॉज हैं इसके जो रूल्स हैं उस पर पूरी तरह 100% इत्तबा करें, उसको माने, या किसी इस्टेब्लिश्ड जो मास्टर कैलीग्राफर हैं उसको फॉलो करें, उसका इमिटेशन करें। इसमें ये होता है कि इसकी एक हिस्ट्री है इस तरह की कैलीग्राफी की, ट्रेडिशनल कैलीग्राफी की। उसमें मोस्टली हम यूज़ करते हैं रीड पेन यूज़ करते हैं, उसकी एक हिस्ट्री है, उसके रूल्स हैं, 12 रूल्स कहे गए हैं हमारे यहाँ। और जो मॉडर्न कैलीग्राफी है या जो उस रूल नहीं मानना चाहते हैं, जो है जो जदीद चीज़ें हो रही हैं कि हम फ्री रहना चाहते हैं, हम फ्री हैंड के साथ लिखना चाहते हैं, तो एक वो चीज़ आ जाती है। फ्री हैंड से मुराद ये है कि उसकी कोई हिस्ट्री नहीं है या बहुत कम है, 100 सालों की होगी, और उसमें वो कुछ भी मेटल नीब से लिख सकते हैं और कोई भी मीडियम यूज़ कर सकते हैं। ये चीज़ें अब हो रही हैं हमारे यहाँ। जो उर्दू कैलीग्राफी या नस्तालिक का है, मेरी ये राय है कि 100 सालों में इसका डिक्लाइन हुआ है और उसकी बहुत सी वजूहात हैं। अभी जो हमारी कोशिश हो रही है, या ये ख़ुद भी है, वो क्लासिकल कैलीग्राफी को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं हमारे मुख्तार अहमद साहब, और ट्रेडिशनल कैलीग्राफी को वो रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं। और अभी अंजुमन खत्तातीन ईरान कल्चर हाउस की मदद से एक इस्टेब्लिश हुआ है। तो इसको ट्रैक पे हम कैसे ला सकते हैं, जो हमारे अंदर जो डिक्लाइनेशन हुआ है। तो हमें ये देखिए, इसके पीछे एक फ़लसफ़ा है जो इस्माइल फ़ारूक़ी, अल्लामा फ़ारूक़ी की किताब है द कल्चरल एटलस ऑफ इस्लाम, उसमें इस टॉपिक पे बहुत अच्छी बहस स्पिरिचुअल एस्पेक्ट पे इस किताब में की गई है। इस तरह की कैलीग्राफी को उन्होंने ज़ीरो कैलीग्राफी कहा है कि ये कैलीग्राफी नहीं है इन द सेंस ऑफ हमारी जो ज़िंदगी है वो रेगुलर है, इर्रेगुलर नहीं है। ये जो पूरी कायनात है फ्री नहीं है, स्टिक टू द रूल्स है, इसमें रिदम है, एक ख़ास वे में ये चल रही है। हमारी मंजिल खुदा की ज़ात है और कुछ नहीं है। ये सारी कायनात, पूरी यूनिवर्स खुदा की तरफ जा रहे हैं, ईश्वर की तरफ हम लोग जा रहे हैं। तो मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि कुरान का जो फ़लसफ़ा है या जो हमारे हदीस है, उसके बेस पे ये इस कैलीग्राफी की पैदाइश हुई है और इसका डेवलपमेंट हो रहा है। अभी जो मौजूदा चीज़ें आई हैं वो ये है कि आज़ादी 100%, आज़ादी कोई एब्सोल्यूट चीज़ नहीं है कि आज़ादी है तो हम किसी हाथ घुमाने की आज़ादी है तो हम किसी की नाक तोड़ दें। उसमें लिमिटेशंस होना चाहिए, आज़ादी होनी चाहिए, लेकिन एक स्टेटस, कुछ सीखने के बाद एक ख़ास स्टेटस हासिल करने के बाद जब हम आर्ट को समझने लगते हैं, रूल्स को समझने लगते हैं, उस रूल को ओबे करते हुए हम आज़ादी से कुछ नई चीज़ तख्लीक कर सकते हैं, कोई नई सतरबंदी कर सकते हैं। अभी ईरान में क्या है, वो स्टिक टू द रूल्स हैं, लेकिन उन्होंने स्याह मश्क लाया है। स्याह मश्क पुरानी चीज़ नहीं है, 100 साल की चीज़। मैं इस मामले में नेगेटिव बात करूंगा कि हमारे यहाँ जो अभी जो कैलीग्राफी इंडिया में हो रही है, ख़ास करके उर्दू में या नस्तालीक में या अरबिक कैलीग्राफी है, वो डाउनफॉल की तरफ जा रही है। आप 300 साल 400 साल पहले के जो कुरान है उसको आप देखिए और आज जो लिखे जा रहे हैं, तो मैं तो उस चीज़ को रिप्रेजेंट करता हूँ कि ट्रेडिशनल कैलीग्राफी होनी चाहिए, स्टिक टू द रूल्स होना चाहिए, और जो हमारे मीडियम है उसको हम अच्छी तरह से उसको फॉलो करें, ऐसा इर्रेगुलर नहीं हो जाए कि वो
I have very few things to say, and the changing face of calligraphy in India, I would like to say it's quite brighter, and I'm very hopeful because a lot of young generation is very eager to learn about calligraphy. It could be maybe like a hobby purpose, or many of them even wanted to do a career, and that's very, very unusual. You know, like in 10 years back, or like say 15 years back, people are going toward the art line. That itself was like a big achievement. And now they wanted to go to the niche area, which is like a calligraphy, and they wanted to pursue that as a career or a professional. It could be a type designer or it could be a calligraphy artist. That itself is a big achievement. And secondly, and they are going to a lot of extent towards, they're going internationally to learn from the masters. They are doing online courses, taking like a 2M, 3M kind of a timings, and to learn from them. They are getting the tools from whichever means and they're practicing it. But there is another downside also. They wanted a very fast result. They wanted to see the Instagrammable kind of reels and more likes. And because of that, they're losing out the charm and the craft of this beautiful art. And they are judging the parameter of the quality because of the Instagram likes. Okay, I have like 100 likes or 1,000 likes, that means my work is good. But it's not like that. That's the need to change. And coming back to the tools or iPad or a technology in digital, this iPad or this technology, it's again the tool. Who invented this? Humans only, right? So you have like a reed pen or say a kalam or any sponge. The iPad is also similar to that. In recent interview about the John Steven, he's a great calligrapher. He mentioned a very, very interesting things. The iPad can change the smoothness of the curve, but it won't change the form of the letter. And that you will understand when you have like a practice of like a 10, 15 years. Then only you will realize your eyes train in a such a way that you will find out the mistake and I will notice the nuances of the letters. And that they should understand that. But I think they are taking a great step of getting into this calligraphy and finding out the more. Yeah.
Specifically notice what we see in the past and what we see now. When we took up calligraphy, when we did our art form that many years back, like people would ask us, "Kya tum log karenge? Signboard painting karenge? Like what is the profession that you are going to go in?" Because that was the time where only engineering and medicine and it was those professions which was given importance to. But it's so great to see like now the younger generation, when they see our work, like they're so inspired and they say that, oh, even we want to do work like this.
दिस इज़ माय एनिमिश कैलीग्राफी आर्टिस्ट। तो अभी मैडम ने कहा साइन बोर्ड के बारे में, तो उसी के बारे में मैं बात करने के लिए सोच रहा था कि आई वाज इन 94, आई वाज इन दावणगिरी विद दावणगिरी। So there is one famous signboard artist. His name is Brushman. He's called Raju. He's from Malayali. Okay. So I look every he's writing on word now. So amazing means this is exactly what you're doing in computer now. That finishing is giving in the wall, the huge wall. So keep on doing, watching. Yeah, easy. Creating is amazing means nowadays coming in 3D designing, 3D wall signboard and all. No? So same thing is doing in the wall surface. So after that came out came Bangalore also. There is a in the Upparpete and Badepete, there is so many signboard artists are there. So they are also writing earlier in the handwriting. That is very beautiful now. So nowadays that calligraphy is calligraphy means not only that is writing on the paper and not one. So you can call it that signboard artist calligraphy also. So nowadays coming only the computerized. Everything is using only font. The Kannada font. So now I am also using the tab and all, Procreate all also. So many people are asking me, can you write a beautiful font for me, that shop and shop name and all. That is very interesting. After that, so many years. So earlier, the last one, does not say the 10 years back they are using only font. Nowadays they thinking about the need some more. So almost I written so many on the 15 to 25 input font and all.
Basically, what I feel is I agree to this who spoke about the grammar being right. Grammar needs to be right because we need to know the basics. And the basic has to be done in context of the religious requirement. We have a box setting sort of a thing where we know where the word has to end so that the continuation is read. That is one area of work that is very important. But the other side, this flip side to it is, we all write with a ball pen and everyone knows how to read it without a grammar. So when you are trying to use a tool to write in a regular format, when you are writing with a ball pen and then you are seeing there is change of font in the structure of it, and then when you use a calligraphic tool and it does give a calligraphic style to that, not a difference, not a problem at all, because at the end of the day, you are trying to create something and enjoy doing that. You want to personally enjoy writing, and then if you like it, then I'm sure there'll be at least 50% more people who love that because of the rhythm and the way of writing, and they're able to read what you're writing. At the end of the day, somebody has to read what you're writing, and then only they'll enjoy it. So there will be a change over a period of time, depending on the writing tools which you have. People will write differently. People will use a tool to write that exactly. Yes, we have to accept the change, but keep true to a tradition and keep it alive also. That because that is our religious thing. Like for example, if I'm writing a pothi, I can't say I'll write the way I want it because I need to write it the way it has to be written so that it is legible and readable. There are certain sounds which, there's a pattern in the way we write. So that pattern has to be followed. Otherwise, you can't read that particular word in a particular sound,
Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. As we are here talking about the changing face of calligraphy in India, so I would like to say that this is the face of changing. That we are here discussing that topic, the changing face of calligraphy. That जैसे सर ने कहा कि साइन बोर्ड पे लिखते थे, और मैम ने कहा कि साइन बोर्ड पहले ये कहते कि क्या करोगे, तो एक ऐसे टॉपिक को जिसको पहले ये समझा जाता था कि क्या करोगे, उसको हम बैठ के यहाँ डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, तो इससे खूबसूरत चेंज कोई नहीं आ सकता मेरी नज़र में. उसके अलावा और जो चीज़ें बात हुई, टेक्नोलॉजी के ऊपर बात हुई, टूल्स के ऊपर बात हुई, तो जो हमारे टूल्स हैं, पहले हम रीड पेन से लिखते थे, बैम्बू कलम से लिखते थे. उसके अलावा आजकल बहुत सारे ऐसे न्यू इन्वेंशन हुए हैं, जैसे पायलट पैरेलल पेन है, ब्रश पेन है, और बहुत सारे ऐसे टूल्स हैं जिनका हम यूज़ आजकल कैलीग्राफी में करते हैं, लोग करते हैं और हो रहा है. तो उनका यूज़ होना भी इसलिए ज़रूरी है क्योंकि हर दौर के एतबार से इंसान की जो जहनीत होती है वो बदलती है. तो अगर वो बदलना सही नहीं है तो फिर मेरी नज़र में इंसान आगे कैसे बढ़ेगा. हमें ट्रेडिशनल कैलीग्राफी के ऊपर स्टक रहना है, लेकिन जो हमारे नए टूल्स हैं उनको भी यूज़ करना है। हमें लोगों को दिखाना है कि सिर्फ ट्रेडिशनल कैलीग्राफी ही हम नहीं कर सकते, हम ये भी कर सकते हैं जो आप कर सकते हैं। तो आपको भी इस पर आना है और दूसरों को भी लेकर आना है। दिस इज़ ऑल आई नो।
The changing face of calligraphy, I what in see in Tamil, they nowadays are asking creating logo in Tamil, and also they're asking you can create a calligraphy style. Sometimes they're showing other languages. You can create in Tamil also. I saying definitely we can inspire them, but we're not copying them. That brother is saying very well. Changing have to calligraphy starting myself only, not others. First, you have to own confident. You have to accept yourself first. So that's only we can showing them we are changing ourselves. That's very, very important. Whatever language you are doing, first we have a confidence with changing, but we have to follow the culture of the letters, not break it. So that's my perspective about the letters.
I agree with Santosh's statement that in school level we can start the calligraphy. That is very good. And then there are so many fine arts colleges in India. They're all colleges, they are studying English calligraphy. That is minus one. The regional calligraphy is, that is very important. They try to study the regional, that is good.
ये हमेशा कॉन्फ्लिक्ट होता है मॉडर्न और क्लासिक में। बात दरअसल ये नहीं है, ये हमारे समझने का फ़र्क है, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट नहीं है। मॉडर्न जो काम करते हैं वो खुदादा सलाहियत के मालिक होते हैं, दे आर नेचुरली जीनियस पीपल। लेकिन क्लासिकल जीनियस कैन नॉट डू, इट नीड प्रैक्टिस, इट नीड्स अंडरस्टैंडिंग, रूल्स, रेगुलेशन। सम ऑफ देम with the rules regulation, if they have a extraordinary talent, they can produce a modern. So there is no conflict. Someone is doing modern, that doesn't mean he is not talented. And classical people think he don't, because they don't do it, they think it is wrong. No. Modern people, we have to accept there will be a genius and God gifted talented. Yeah, that is the thing we have to understand. Then modern people has to be understand. Classical could not come without learning. And classical has names. This style is this name, this style is this name. Most probably nowadays and in subcontinent, people are doing similar things and giving the name. They call this is Khatte Sulus. It's nowhere close to Sulus or nothing. While you are saying the particular name, it has to be proper. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah.